Hey guys, welcome in. Jerry Handy Senior, nichepreneurs.com, and want to welcome every one of you guys for joining us today, whether you're live, whether you're following the replay at some point. Thank you for taking a few minutes of your time to jump into this little topic I want to discuss, because it's some things I've been working on here in the backgrounds. If you're new to the channel, let me say that first and foremost. If you're new to the channel and you like content as far as entrepreneurs are concerned, as far as home business, as far as marketing, as far as personal development, finances, whatever the case is, we kind of cover a myriad of topics here on this channel. And I'm in the process of doing a lot of behind the scenes things, gathering content so we can bring more to you. So if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, comment, like, give us some topics you want to talk about. For today, not to belabor the time, I wanted to jump into a topic that I had some concern for, and I'm sure some other people out there had some concerns for as well. And that is, when you're in the process of being a one-man show, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes when you're doing a live stream, a broadcast, whatever the case is. And when you're trying to handle the cameras, trying to handle the computers, trying to handle the switching, trying to handle all the different things that's going on, you need things that make it simple for you or easier for you to be able to do that. And one thing I found out is that I've had a Stream Deck. And for those that may not be aware of a Stream Deck, all it is a little tool that you can set on your desk. You can pre-program the buttons on the Stream Deck. And anytime you press a button, it can perform some type of action, right? So if I hit a button, maybe the audio comes in. I hit a button, maybe a different screen shows up, right? So anyway, I started out using Stream Deck, which is awesome, by the way. And this is obviously not a review of Stream Deck, but just something that we wanted to try to incorporate in this video today to help you with the problem that I had. I had Stream Deck for a while, like I said, and I had brought some different gear on board, and I was trying to make sure that this gear was compatible and did what I needed to do. When I started out, obviously it worked fine, but when I started to try to advance and do a little bit more, it started to try to, I don't know, it was a little more hectic for me. So I had to recoup, reel everything back in and try to figure out a different way. So what I did is I ran across this software called Bitfocus Companion. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me bring the website up, excuse me, so I can kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. It was called Bitfocus Companion, and and it looks like this. Okay, so here on this website, the companion software, obviously it's a free download. All you got to do is go in and click the download button right here. Okay, when you download it, I guess I better get this. Yeah, when you download this software, you got to put in make a username and password and all that kind of stuff. So they're going to give it to you for free, but you're going to give them some information, right? You're going to give them your contact details. So go in and download the software. Once you do that, you can obviously get the software. And let me show you here what I had to do. Okay, long story short, I'm trying to make the Stream Deck compatible with the companion software. So let me tell you what I had to do. I went in to download the software, and I went to this page right here. Okay, this is I guess you call it the backside of the Bitfocus Companion Software. So what I had to do, I had to come here, and believe it or not, for whatever reasons, for a while, I guess it's the newer versions, they always constantly updated it. So I had to go in here where it says right here, add by search. You can add by category or by manufacturer. I just looked in and did a search. So I said, I want Vmix. Okay. So Studio Coast Vmix is what came up, and I didn't know if it was the right one or not. So I ended up adding this one, and this is what I ended up getting because of it. Okay. So, man, I'm rambling, but I want to try to make it as plain as I can. When you add a piece of software or a gear, it populates on this tab under instances. You got connections, instances, and I've got my ATEM Mini Pro, I've got Vmix, and I've got this DAW or digital audio workstation connected as well. But right now we're talking about Vmix. So Vmix, it says the status is okay because it's already been connected. So what I had to do in order for Vmix to be able to work with the Stream Deck, the software automatically detected that I had Elgato Stream Deck plugged in. So it's going to help me out when I get ready to assign these buttons. Now, speaking of the buttons, let me show you. Well, I guess let me go back over here. You didn't see what I was talking about. Okay, so let's do this. So anyway, it gives you these. I've been talking and I didn't even show you. That's crazy. So anyway, it gives you these instances. Okay, when you're looking for what you want to add, I had to put Vmix into this category and hit add, and it brought up this Studio Coast Vmix. Now, to repeat what I just said while the screen was off, once you have connected your gear to the software, it tells you whether or not the status is good or not. So I've got my Blackmagic ATEM Mini Pro, I've got Vmix, and I've got this Reaper digital audio workstation, DAW, connected. All right, so right now we're talking about Vmix. So if Vmix is what I'm looking for, and I want to connect it to the Bitfocus Companion, all I'm going to do is go over here to my buttons, and I've already got some buttons already laid out. And you see I got it labeled Vmix. On page 1, I've got the ATEM Mini Pro button set up. And on page 2, I've got Vmix button set up. So for example, if I wanted to, as you saw earlier, let me scroll back over here to and give you an example. And you saw when I had, go back over here, do this. Okay, so when I do this right here, I'm going to hit this lower. Well, I didn't have to hit it because it automatically brings it up when I switch to that camera. But either way, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to bring up the lower third, and you'll see it when I hit the button. Boom. Okay. Now I've got it automated to where it comes on automatically. But if I wanted to just press the button, let me do it again. Push the lower third, which I call the LT Jerry. Okay, so the lower third comes up. And let me show you how I was able to do that. Okay, let's go back over here to capture. Now here, you've got where I put the lower third or LT Jerry. All I had to do was click on this button and go up here and set the button type. set button type was regular button. So I went over here and I just typed in LT Jerry, which is lower third. And if I want to change the color, you see it's black and white. I'll just go over here to try to match the software. I just picked the color of yellow for the text, and for the background, I selected this color. Okay, so that pretty much set up the color, right? So once that was done, I just went down and it says, well, what do you want when you hit this key down on actions? What do you want it to do? Okay, in my case, all I had to do is find Vmix entries, which is all down here. These are pre-populated commands that all you've got to do is find out which command or what you want this button to do and select it. So in my case, all I needed it to do was an overlay, which is what a lower third is no, it overlays the video. So what I did, let me do this right quick. Okay, so you can kind of see me as well. This is another button I just pressed to get this picture in picture up. So what I did is I found the overlay function from Vmix, and what I needed to do is to toggle the overlay one, which is what that one is, on the program feed out, which is what you're seeing. This is the program feed out. And the next thing was to say, tell me which input in Vmix do you want to output when you press this button? And I pressed, I put input number 5, which is the lower third. And let's see if I can show you that. Now it's actually be too confusing. But anyway, I selected input number 5. So now every time I hit input, every time I hit the button on LT, okay, for example, if I hit it now, boom, it brings up the lower third. Okay, so that is, now it's automatically already put on this screen. So every time camera 1 pops up, it automatically shows my lower third. Okay, but if I wanted to do it a little differently after the, I guess the automation has went away, and I just want to show it as an example, I hit the lower third like this. It shows up for a few seconds and then it goes away. Now that was I don't know if that, was something that you have struggled with or tried to figure out how to do, but you can do this with just about anything. Let me go back over here to the desktop. You can do this with just about anything. You can see I've got a button for when I get ready to start the show. Okay, I could have my video play just by clicking a button, clicking this button, and then the show will play, right? It says send input to program. You can see that right there. Send input to program and video playback. What do I want it to do? I want to play videos. I want you to play it from input number 3. So that's all I did. Same thing with this. When I get ready to go out of the show, I just push this button, boom, and it lets me out of the show, or it takes me out of the show. This one right here is actually the ones that we have on right now. This is a desktop PIP, or picture in picture, and the desktop. Okay. This one is an interview picture in picture. And this one was the countdown. So when I started the program, all I had to do is click this button and it started the countdown automatically. This is the one that I set up for a phone call interview. Okay. All I got to do is push the button and I bring up the individual on the phone call. All right. And that's what you just saw. Well, I'll show it to you again. This is the desktop capture. Okay. So that's what that button is. So I just pressed that button. You saw it how it highlighted. We take that off. But you saw how it highlighted and it says this is the one that's on now. See that? Desktop capture. That's what's on. All right. Okay. So, and now you'll see the lower third. Every time I go back to that, the lower third comes back and reminds you that that's automated. Or it lets me know that it's automated. Okay. And then let me go back to the desktop capture. Okay. Let me go back to the one with the pip. Okay. We'll do that. And so, and then I've got this one, which is just an open pip picture in picture. And then this one right here, I've got set for when I get ready to bring comments across. All I've got to do is click on this. YT stands for YouTube chat. Okay, so that's how I was able to integrate the Bitfocus Companion with Vmix so that it works seamlessly and automatically off of all the inputs that I put into Vmix. And I'll pull this over here 1 second. It's going to be a little busy, so show you what I'm talking about. But I want you to see all of the some of the inputs that I have on here. Let's see if we can square that up here for you and stretch this out just a little bit like that. How about that? That better? Okay. So let's do that. There we go. Okay, so that's what's going on with the see, it looks busy, right? It's too much. But either way, this is how I'm able to connect these. Okay, if I get over here, this is the input number 1, input number 2. This is the countdown, input number 10. And then obviously I've got music playing, that's input number 21. But if I do this, if you look here, this is the overlay number 1. So if I press this, that's what brings up the lower third. So that is actually programmed inside of the software as well. So that's what it's doing. When it says I want this image to show up, when it shows up, this little input right here, or this overlay, is going to be showing on the flip side of what's going on. So let's go back. Let's just not make it so confusing, but I just wanted to show you on the other side exactly what it does and how it does it. Okay, so you can maybe at some point incorporate this into, see, it just showed up because it does it automatically. Maybe you'll be able to incorporate something like this into your workflow to make it easier and better for you to be able to work as a one-man operation. I'm gonna show you, behind the scenes here what I'm dealing with. Just give you a little bird's eye view. If I go over here to camera number, let's see, camera number 4, and switch the program over. I think that's 4. So you'll see behind the scenes, if you sit here trying to, work all of this stuff, got to switch over here. I've got my multi-view camera right here. I've got the Rodecaster audio mixer right here. I've got the Stream Deck switcher right here, right? I got my camera number 1 right here. I got my camera number 2 that you're looking at right now from behind the scenes. I've got camera number 3 over here. It actually kind of points down at my little desk here. Okay, so you got all that stuff going on, behind the scenes. There's no way you can really keep up. And if you hear music playing in the background, that's because it was automatically set up before I started the show. So when I actually came on board, this software automatically lowered the volume for the music so that now the music is not louder than me. Okay, so that's one of the beautiful things about getting something that is that helps you be a lot more efficient with what it is that you need to do. If you have a responsibility of providing content, try to make it as easy as you possibly can for yourself, because this can be a task. For some of us, it's fun and it's challenging to try to get things to work the way it needs to work. But if it's something out there that can, plus on top of that, as of the recording of this video, this software, this Bitfocus Companion Software, is free. It's free. You can give them a donation, and you can download it and you can start using it. You got a Stream Deck, and the Stream Deck, I believe, come in. I got the 15 key Stream Deck. Matter of fact, let me see if I can show it to you. Let's see if I can. That's number 2. So I'll go over here to, let me get back on the right screen here. Okay, get back on the right screen. Somehow, some way, let me over here to the right screen. Let's see if I do this. We go over here to camera number 2, switch over, boom. Okay, so if I just pick this little guy up right here, this is the Stream Deck. Okay, these are all the buttons that I have on here. So if I press this button right here, I already got it programmed that if I press it, instead of me sitting around here trying to figure out how to move these cameras around, I've already got them programmed. See, I've got a camera 1, 2, 3, and 4, and these are my previews 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right now, camera number 1 is in preview mode, and camera number 2 is live. So if it hit automatically, it should take me back to camera number 1 like that. Okay. So if I hit auto again, it takes me back to camera number 2, this one. Now camera number 4, which was behind the scenes, if I set that up for preview, guess what's going to happen? It's now when I hit automatically, it's going to take me back to the behind the scenes camera like that. Okay. But I want to go back to number 1. So I set number 1 in preview, hit auto, it comes back to me. So that's how the Stream Deck is able to assist and help you in doing the things that make your job a lot easier when it comes to content creation. So I don't know what you're doing or how you're doing it or what it is that maybe you can assist me with and help me when it comes to YouTube. But if you do have something that's very, very beneficial for me, I'm always open. Right. I'm not the type of person that's going to shut down any knowledge or wisdom or something that I believe can definitely help me in my journey to assist you in doing what you do. I don't know. Maybe it helped. Maybe it didn't. If it did, leave a comment, leave it a like, share the video. Most of all, if this content has been beneficial to you for the long term or for the most part, consider subscribing. I'll be constantly updating and putting up videos that have individuals like you in mind, because if we're in the same category or niche market, we all deal with some of the same issues and challenges. So anything I can do to assist and help, I'm all for it. So hope you enjoyed it. Again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you will be notified when we do upload new videos. So till next time, God bless. Jerry Handy Sr. We're signing out, and I'm going to do something here real quick to kind of give you an idea of what this little button does as well. If I can get back on the right page. See, right now I'm in the process of learning it all and streamlining it to the point to where I don't have to go through all this. But anyway, let's do this. And I'm going to fade out this music first manually. Okay. Which I could probably set up a button to fade it out. But I'm going to cut it down manually, and then I'm going to hit my outro video to close out the show so that we can be good to go. So God bless. We'll talk to you guys soon. Take care and bye for now.